Guys, happy Aloha Friday and welcome to Facebook Friday Live Insights from the Herd. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Crystal Avera, and my passion, my calling in life is to give a voice to the horses. That shows up for me in different ways. I am a ranch professional, horse professional. I'm an empath and an animal communicator and a Reiki master. And also I have recently completed my graduate studies, and I focused a lot of my research projects and papers on horse burnout, specifically by gathering data from within the equine therapy industry, and also created and managed projects on how to create lifestyles and environments and set up programs for horses so that they will be happy and stress-free. And this was based on the science as well as the direct data gathered from industry experts and facilitators and executives in the therapy industry. So that's me. I have a free Facebook group called Horse and Soul Journey. I call it the Tribe. And the intention behind that is for people of like minds and that are in soul alignment to be able to come together and connect. And by coming together not only with intention, but sharing our energy in a loving community, in a supportive community, we can use the expansions of technology to really connect with others and lift each other up and empower each other. And that can change our lives, I've discovered, especially through the journey with horses. So hope you'll go join us on Horse and Soul Journey if you haven't yet. So today's focus is titled, When My Mare Says, Don't Touch Me, I Say Okay. Do any of you guys have mares that are very opinionated and communicate really strongly when they don't want to be touched, like mine? So when I prepare for these lives on Friday, I ask for guidance throughout the week. And this week, my mare Jessie just gave me such clear guidance to talk about this subject. And I want to share with you a video that I actually took one day when she was giving me the clear guidance to leave her alone. And what I was doing, the actions I was taking, was I was planning to clean her feet, and I was going to groom her mane, do some things that I would normally do completely at liberty. And she let me know very quickly that that was not happening that day, and she was not having it. So in the past, in years past, I would have looked at that and seen that as something to fix. I would have immediately gone to various resources that I studied almost obsessively to discover how do I fix this? How do I get this horse to accept in this moment that, I'm going to clean her feet, or she needs to stand still, or she doesn't walk away when I am grooming her, or I want to do something. If I want to do something, she needs to understand to stand there. That is what I would have done years ago. And I love this subject because I think so many of us that have horses and are on this journey of discovery, we find ourselves caught up in different methodologies or surrounded by a community physically, and through the seeking to give the best life we can to our horse and to have the best relationship, a true partnership, the best relationship that we can, we find ourselves caught up in these approaches that are geared more towards fixing, as if the horse is doing something wrong or basically shouldn't have an opinion. And it took me quite a while to realize this, and it was really a trickle effect. It was a layering, a peeling back of layers, like so many things are in life. And so now, as the title of this live says, if my horse says don't touch me, I say okay. And my goal is to recognize the subtle signs as early as possible, so that she doesn't need to escalate to a place where she might set a boundary physically by maybe kicking out or that kind of thing. And what I've experienced, and the beauty is that the more I show up in that way and I commit to listening to her and asking for her real opinion, the more subtle or subtly she gives it to me. And in the moments when she wants to be with me, it's such a gift, and that comes more often. But the more I see the beauty and give gratitude for the moments of her opinion coming through, of her confidence, and her true belief that I will listen, those are the most beautiful moments. So this week, I just got a little video on my iPhone I'm going to share with you guys now. I'm just going to change the screen so I can share this on my Facebook Live. I am also live on Instagram, and I see I can't change the screen for you guys, so hopefully you'll get an opportunity to go over to my Facebook page and watch the replay at Horse and Soul Journey. So, okay, so can you guys see there? And if you guys you guys who are watching me on Facebook, can you give me a heart or a thumbs up if you can see the video of my horse? And so on the surface, this just looks like a horse who's eating. Now she's walking over to the water trough. The energy of the moment was powerful. And that's what I strive for these days, is to be able to really feel her energy and honor her requests that come through that channel, rather than waiting for it to have to get physical so that she feels the need to walk away or set a boundary physically. And I wonder, have you guys ever experienced a situation like this? Does this resonate with you, where it looks like a horse who's eating, just on the surface, she's just eating and walking back to the water and then back over to check out something else going on. It's all very slow and calm. Energetically, being in her space, I had just a couple minutes prior to this intended to pick out her feet, and I'd missed the subtle signs, so she walked away. And so I stopped and grounded myself and started to really be present, get out of my head and get into the energy, and ask her to give me guidance and clarity. Oh, and there on the video, there's Mambo there's Mambo, my steer, over, you see he's over the other direction. So I scrolled over to him on this video because he's observing and he's also sort of holding space in this moment. He was letting me know I got it. So I'd love to know if you guys have experienced this from the energy perspective and have some comments on that, or a like or a heart. Next week on the 1st, my Transform program starts. It's a 30-day program, and it begins, and we will, in week 2, very specifically focus on the energy. I'm going to go back to full video for live. Awesome. Okay, guys, I hope you can see me there. Okay. I think I'm still live. There we go. Okay, can you guys see me on Facebook Live? Perfect. Awesome. Hey, Jean. So in week 2, we are going to be focusing very specifically on the energy, and I'm going to be offering some practical applications and tools to develop skills to experience the energy and the space of your horse, and to begin to read those subtle energetic communications. And then we move into week 3 of forming a foundation for animal communication. So moving into that psychic work. So those of you that are empaths or have the calling to learn more about this, or simply be a part of a community that's developing together, please let me know if you'd like to join that, because this is the pilot program, and I'm offering it at a lower cost, and then the participants are going to be such a huge part of the development. And then I will roll out a second program based on all the feedback from the participants of the first program, and everyone that joined me will have lifetime access to that, as well as the paid community. So again, a huge part of this journey that I'm so passionate about is community, and we're not bound to the physical horse community around us anymore as our only means of support. We have access through technology and through the understanding of energy to be able to connect with others who are in alignment and share core values, share philosophy, and we can connect with each other, and we can lift each other up and share this journey. And by connecting energetically, we strengthen in such beautiful ways. So I'd like to just read you a small passage from my book. I published my first book in 2013, A Life of Growth Through the Heart of the Horse. This was a period of time where I had gone through a lot of personal struggles, and I was really searching and seeking. And my horse was bringing me so many great lessons that layers and layers and layers of old pain and struggle, and also my own blocking myself, getting in my own way. All that stuff was coming to the surface, and through my horse I was able to begin to see it, and I was able to find resources to help me to get through it. And one of those struggles for me for many years was the challenges I would have during my moon time. And the thing is that a lot of it would come because I was really judging myself and basically trying to hide from the world the reality of who I really was as a woman, because I'm designed this way. I'm designed to go through different phases, hormonally, emotionally, and designed that way. And I saw that as a bad thing. So this chapter is called Women and Mares. I'm just going to read a couple highlighted sections for you, and I'd love to know if it resonates with you. Because this week my mare was letting me know, remember to honor every aspect of me. And by honoring her, I can further honor myself. And I always appreciate when she brings that beautiful, powerful reminder in the form of boundaries and strong opinions. Okay. So I was just at this part of the chapter, I was talking about my struggles and with myself, and also with my mare, when she would be so opinionated, and we would basically get into extreme skirmishes because I, again, was trying to fix something, and I was trying to accomplish an end goal, and it would get really big and often very chaotic. And she would show up differently at different times of the month on different days. And this was my realization of a different perspective that I needed. This was written in 2011. As my mother-in-law told me once, remember, we're mares too. I'm not crazy just because I have different emotions on different days. Well, neither is Jessie, this beautiful mare, my greatest teacher. She must have days where even being looked at with all my focus and intention feels overbearing. I get that now. She must have days where she just isn't feeling well and is more introverted than usual. She must have days where she is more emotionally sensitive than others. I have at least 7 days of being more introverted and emotionally sensitive to varying degrees every month. Women are designed that way, so it only makes sense that mares are our mirrors in those ways to some extent. I'm ready to honor it and try harder to recognize it. Jessie challenges me to be uncomfortable and be okay with that. She challenges me to truly listen and to communicate with her, because she'll rarely feel the same as she felt the day before. And then I further just described how she was teaching me. If my thoughts even hint to frustration or disconnection or pushiness, she pushes back. If I use physical encouragement to get her to move, she kicks out. If I get more adamant, so does she. She doesn't give up, and she won't back down if she isn't being respected and heard. I now see this description and these words and smile. I think, now that is quite a woman. I aspire to be that kind of woman. So I go on just to talk about the realization that I already had the perfect teacher in my life, and I had been focusing on how to help or fix, help this mare or fix problems that I thought were problems when she wouldn't do exactly what I wanted each day or show up the same each day. And this in 2011 was a really powerful time for me, when I was recognizing that my perspective was not at all what was reality and what was going to lead me to the life and the relationship that I desired with this horse. And at that time, I was beginning to really dig into my career as a horsemanship coach. So I was also getting the beautiful opportunity to experience through other people, and see other women especially go through these experiences with mares. And so it was really powerful awakening. And my mare this week guided me to share that with you. And again, it's always, I find, it's always a digging deeper, another layer coming off. That's the beauty of the journey. And rather than have the end goal of accomplishing specific tasks, I now just ask her, what are we going to learn? What are you going to teach me today? What are we going to do? And if I have something in mind, it's always a discussion. And she absolutely shares her opinion. And every single time I honor that. And if I miss the subtle signs and the energy connection, and she feels the need to physically let me know in any way, I just stop and I appreciate it. And if she's not up for it, then we move on. So do you guys have those experiences with your mare, or does any of this discussion on energy and how subtle those communications can be, does it resonate with you? Let's continue this discussion over in the community. The Horse and Soul Journey free Facebook group is a community of connected members, a tribe of connected souls, and I'd love for you to join if it speaks to you. And like I said, next Wednesday, the 30-day Transform program begins, and our first week is going to be all about getting real, getting honest and raw, and getting clear so we can create the transformation that changes everything. So thank you so much for joining me today and giving me the opportunity to do what fills my soul and that my heart calls me to. Aloha.